Hey there folks, Mark69 Studios here, back once again in the flesh with another vinyl video update. It's been a couple of weeks since I made my last one, mainly due to the fact I've been on vacation. So just kind of been chilling, went overseas and been to a festival and stuff. So I haven't been bothered much to make a video until now, but yeah, here I am, I'm back. But this video is kind of going to be metal themed. Or just going back to metal, since last couple of vinyl videos I've made have mainly been just random genres and stuff. But I've gathered a couple of metal records over these last couple of months, so I figured I'd bunch them all together into one video. So yeah, let's get started. The first record I'm about to show you is none other than Chthe'ilist with Dernier Crépuscule. Probably mispronounced that, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not French, obviously. Yeah, this came out back in 2016, and it's a great release from Dark Descent Records. If you're not familiar with Chthe'ilist, they're a technical death metal band from Canada. I believe it's Montreal, if I'm not mistaken. But this came out, as I said, in 2016, and I didn't really hear it until I saw Marty Worm's video, I believe, where he did his best records of that year, and this crept up, and this is some great fucking Demolish worship. Demolish, obviously the awesome Finnish technical death metal band from the 90s, I believe. Great stuff, and this is definitely in the same vein as the sound they had. Very guttural, toilet-like vocals with some great emphasis on atmosphere instead of just technical woodly playing, which is a lot of technical death metal is nowadays, which I'm not really too keen on. But this kind of technical, more muddy, gritty sound is definitely more up my alley. And this is some great stuff, but unfortunately this was all sold out for a while. And most of the stuff was in the US, so the shipping was not easy or cheap. But this did get re-released this year from Dark Descent, and once again I couldn't be bothered paying for the damn ridiculous shipping cost. But some fucker, thanks for that fucker, did put this up on Discogs from Europe, and I picked that shit up instantly. This was the only seller on Discogs who had this both on colored and black for a good price, so I just picked it up instantly. And this comes with an insert with some lyrics. This is probably really hard to see because it's printed on this really dark green color with black font, so can't really see much, but yeah, there's a picture of a graveyard and some lyrics. And since this came both colored and black for the same price, I just figured I'm going to pick it up on colored vinyl. Why the fuck not? And this is definitely fitting to the band. This is on shit colored brown, which is really nice. Don't have a lot of brown vinyl, but this was definitely fitting. Not a really pretty color, I have to say, but I mean, it gets more fun than just black, so I just picked up this color. And this shit color definitely fits the band. It's very muddy sound with the especially the vocals. And as I mentioned earlier, this is definitely in the same area as Demolish. I don't know, a lot of bands do this sound to as precise as Demolish and Chthe'ilist do, but definitely really cool aspect to tech death, which is not around too much anymore. I believe they released an EP this year as well, but this is a great fucking album from 2016. So if you haven't heard Chthe'ilist yet, check it out. And since I was buying Chthe'ilist from this guy on Discogs, I figured I'd check out what other records he had. And he had this, and I figured, you know, this was on my watch list for a while. I figured I might as well just go ahead and pick it up. And this is none other than Forteresse, with Themes pour la Rébellion. And everyone and their mother has shown this record already like 1,000 fucking times. Probably seen Count Blacker have shown this like 1,000,000 times already, I feel like, and talked about Forteresse. But yeah, didn't have this, so I picked it up. And yeah, if you're not familiar with Forteresse, they play a very epic style black metal with a history theme. Mainly, you know, around the Quebec area, that's where they're from, and it's a lot about the kind of revolution going on back there in the early 1800s, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry, not really read up on the whole history aspect of this, but nonetheless, the music aspect is really, really good. Not a huge Forteresse fan. I really didn't hear them until I picked this up or heard this record. But this is a really, really nice, as I said, epic style black metal, which I'm not really too much into, but nonetheless, it's very, very cool. It's also come out in 2016. And this comes with an inner print sleeve, which I'm not using for record currently, but yeah, kind of lyrics and picture of the band. So I'm sure you've already seen this a million times. Also comes with a poster, basically the record cover. Nothing too special, but yep. And the record is on black vinyl, which I'm not gonna bother to show you, but it's on 180 gram and sounds really nice. This was put out on Eisenwald, who also put out Wada's latest 2 records. I really want to get the new Wada record, but it's sold out for the time being, but it will be repressed soon. Nonetheless, this is a great record, as I'm sure most of you or some of you have heard a lot about this already and heard this record, but nonetheless, I had to pick this up. This is Forteresse. And moving on to probably my favorite black metal record of this year. A lot of people can talk about Moon of Xezbeth and stuff like that, but for me it's kind of been this, and this is none other than Drudkh with часто, сниться, капіж. This is the latest record from the Ukrainian black metal band Drudkh, which I was familiar back in the day when I first heard them from the Blood and Wells record. When I first started getting into more atmospheric black metal, and I've not been really keeping up with them too much, but I've been listening to some stuff here and there, but this really blew me out of the water. This is some amazing stuff, and this came out on Season of Mist. It's really, really great. And yeah, I just really fell in love with this record and just been listening to it non-stop since. They've been really going back more to their old style, and this is just like one of the best records they've done, honestly. Really, really great. This is the best stuff they've done in years. As I said, this is probably my favorite black metal record of this year. And it comes as a gatefold. There's a picture of this family, and from what I've gathered, most of these lyrics that are sung throughout this record are poems by various Ukrainian poets, some of them more famous than others. Not really too sure about the family in this picture, but I'm sure they're somewhat related to the poets, I think, from what I've gathered at least. And most of the people died in 1937, some of them probably due to the war. Nonetheless, this is a great concept, great, interesting new take on black metal, in my opinion. Comes with a great little booklet. And here you can read, or probably can't read if you can't read Ukrainian. I know Russian, but so I can read a little bit about this, but not too much. But this is, as I said, the poems of Bogdana Igorya Antonicha, and I think he's a famous Ukrainian poet. And some of the other people whose poems are featured here. Not too familiar with, but from what I gathered, they're also poets. But it's mainly one or two people that I've actually been able to track down, like Google and stuff. But a really interesting concept, themed around Ukrainian poetry. As far as black metal lyrics go, it's very interesting, very new, and I just really think this is great stuff. And this came on regular black vinyl as well as white vinyl version. Limited to 500 copies. I managed to pick up the white vinyl, which is really nice. Always like white vinyl. It just really has a cool look to it. I got this off the Season of Mist's web store. Not sure if it's still available, but because mine is not numbered, so I'm not really too sure. But nonetheless, I mean, I just really love this record. It's fantastic. Great atmosphere. This is definitely more on the atmospheric side of black metal, and definitely has a more Eastern European sound to it. Very sorrowful and just great. And production is absolutely amazing. So I definitely urge you to check out Drudkh with часто, сниться, капіж. And since I was ordering from Season of Mist, I figured I'd pick this shit up too. This band has been through some controversy in the last years or so, but yeah, I'm not really sure what the fuck's going on there. But nonetheless, this is Inquisition with obscure verses from the Multiverse. With this great looking cover. It's really weird. I mean, this is really cool, but this dude looks fucked up. I don't know if, what's going on there, but I know Dagon believes in lizard people and this weird shit, but nevertheless, this is great, straightforward black metal if you're not familiar with Inquisition. They're a pretty well-known black metal band among these times. Really great stuff. This came out back in 2013, I think, yeah. This is Hail, I think it was one of their best records, and I definitely kind of agree. This is some great stuff. This comes as a gatefold with a nice picture and altar there, and Dagon as well as Incubus. Obviously, Inquisition had been around for a while. Started back in the 90s in Colombia and moved on to Seattle when they formed this duo. And this record is themed around the whole multiverse concept, which is pretty cool. And most of Inquisition's stuff is very like complex space shit and stuff like that. But yeah. Mainly interest for me in Inquisition is riffs, and there's plenty of fucking riffs in this record. And there's a lot of different presses of this, and I got a hold of this kind of green looking one, which is pretty nice looking. Season of Mist really do a great job with their presses of the show. And yeah, so this is a kind of green swampy color with some smoky stuff in between. I definitely enjoy the previous record to this as well, but this definitely has a much better production, which elevates it quite a lot. The only downside to this, I think, is a little bit too much of widdly guitar solos or guitar stuff in this record. But overall, I really enjoy it, and you know, as I said, the riffs are the main thing with Inquisition, and there's plenty of fucking great riffs on this record, and I definitely say this is one of their best records they've ever done. And yeah, overall, some great fucking shit. So if you haven't heard this already, and if you're into black metal, you're listening the fuck out. This is Inquisition with obscure verses of for the Multiverse. And moving right along to the last two records of this video. And this was a long time coming. I've been waiting ages for them to repress this stuff, and they finally did, and I'm so fucking happy to have this in my hands. This is none other than Opeth with Watershed. Man, oh, I love this fucking album. I've been waiting for them to release this. Amazing fucking record. This was earlier released on Record Store Day on green vinyl, and it's been quite limited and hard to get a hold of. And Music on Vinyl finally did a repress of this, which I pre-ordered, and I got the number 689 out of I don't know how many, but thousands I guess. But nonetheless, amazing record. Opeth obviously is a Swedish progressive metal band, and this was the last kind of record they did where they featured their more death metal aspect with the death growls and stuff like that. And they now just moved on to mainly making prog rock, basically. And what a way to go out, because man, this is a fucking phenomenal album. This came out when I was in high school, and man, just blew me the fuck away. Great fucking album. Comes as a gatefold. This is quite a nice press, and obviously this is the morphed face of all the members from the band. And this comes on this quite nice, supposedly gold colored vinyl. Looks quite goldish, golden brown. Toast colored vinyl. It's pretty nice. Sounds really good. And this is obviously on Roadrunner. And man, I'm just really happy to have this because my Opeth collection has been missing this fucking album. Love this album to death, man. And I don't think it comes with any. Yes, it does actually. I'm full of shit. It does come with an insert. Actually, it's not an insert. It's kind of a semi-small poster. Wouldn't you want to hang this in your bedroom? That'd be nice, right? This picture is a bit more nice, I think. Probably one of the best pictures out of the band. Really nice looking. Nonetheless, this is a phenomenal fucking album. This came out, as I said, when I was in high school, and man, the Lotus Eater, Heir Apparent, Hexamega, and Hessian Peel, Porcelain Heart. I mean, this is just full of great fucking songs. Definitely going harder on the aspect of doing, this playing soft and hard, especially on tracks like Hexamega and Hessian Peel. I mean, awesome, just phenomenal record. Definitely been missing this quite a lot. And if you're into prog metal, and you should be familiar with Opeth, it's a no-brainer. But nonetheless, man, one of my favorite records of theirs. Along with Still Life and Blackwater Park. I think this is one of their best. Just phenomenal work. Opeth with Watershed.
Liquid is in your throat, but hopeless delight. After all you found along with death, and with the poison all you bred, among in the cave, the net is now your blind path. The barren waste is your land. Crops they were sown to die. The skin is a mirror, the eyes are within your eyes.
And we have one record left in this video. Poser Alert. This is not really a cult record, but I'm not a cult kind of guy. Probably already familiar with that shit. Yeah, every year this record gets repressed, and every year this record gets sold out. But this year I managed to get a copy of it. Awesome record. The only record of this band that I really enjoy. The rest of them I kind of lukewarm on. But yeah. Gojira with From Mars to Sirius. Awesome fucking album. Love this record. This came out when I was in, I don't know, I think high school as well. Not a bit earlier. Yeah, Gojira, obviously if you're familiar with metal, you fucking know Gojira. But I really, as I mentioned, the rest of their discography I just hasn't clicked with me at all. But this record is fucking amazing. I really enjoy it, although I'm not really at all too keen on rest like bands in this kind of groove metal genre, whatever you want to call it. But this record is just fucking awesome, man. It still holds up. I mean, better than anything in their discography. This is just fucking awesome. And as I said, this gets repressed pretty much every year, and every year it gets sold out. But this was first printed on gold vinyl that was sold out, but then they got printed on white vinyl, and I do like white vinyl. So I picked this up at EMP shop. The I don't know if it's Relapses or Roadrunners label, something like that, but they print a bunch of garbage, mostly like t-shirts and stuff, but they also sell records sometimes. And I picked this up. This is a great, nice print. And yeah, man, if you're not familiar with Gojira, you probably are. Who am I kidding, right? But yeah, I mean, as I said, it's not really a cult fucking album, but this is groove metal, I guess, if you want to call it that. But just a really fucking awesome record, man. I mean, honestly, Ocean Planet, the heaviest metal of the universe, obviously, Flying Whales. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously themed around global warming and the environment, which is definitely something 100% can get behind. And overall, man, yeah, I just wish they make more records like this, because this is the only record of Gojira that I actually enjoy, and I enjoy this quite a lot. Just kind of weird that I don't like anything else they've redone. But nonetheless, man, if you haven't heard this, definitely should. But yeah, man, amazing record, and I'm glad to have this in my collection. This is Gojira with From Mars to Sirius. And those were all the records I had to show in this metal version of my vinyl update. Next time will be rock themed, mostly. Yeah, I already got 6 records to show you, and after that I'm probably going to be a bit dry with vinyl, because I have to save some cash. But nonetheless, I'll see you when I see you, and hopefully you're having a good one.